Hello everyone, this is Direwell20 and welcome to episode 47 of Direwell20's Let's Play of All the Mods 8. Got yeast up and running today. Well, yesterday. And yesterday for you guys, today for me. I'm recording back to back. So what I did is I'm tracking how much fluid is in this tank by using a fluid reader, which is super easy peasy. And, total capacity and total amount of fluid in the tank. So right now there's 27 buckets in the tank. And if I were to, for example, throw a piece of sugar over there, it would be 2,800. Nice, right? So now we know how many buckets are in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an interface set up to only work with redstone signal. I'm going to have a redstone writer, which will output redstone. Yeah, I have no idea what these things are, and I'm starting to really wonder. You're going to emit a redstone signal in a specific situation, which is when this is less than, you want to do 250,000? That sounds doable, right? Sounds doable. So let's get this guy. So we're going to say an integer 250,000. Okay? And if the fluid amount is less than 250,000. So if the amount of fluid in the tank is less than 250,000, that's going to emit a Boolean value of true or false, and that's when you're going to emit your redstone signal, provided that you are in there and you are in there. And that should be cool, right? True. Good. So now you're getting a redstone signal. Only work with redstone signal. And you're going to keep in stock 1 sugar, and you're going to get a crafting card right there. And now if we pop home, let's first make sure we know how to make sugar. You do. Good. Do you know how to make sugar cane? You do not. Well, now you do. Cool. So now you should have no problem making sugar for that doohickey. Can I sleep through this rain? I can. Hooray! See? All of last episode stuff. Told you it was the same day. And with that said, we should be good to go here. So what I'm going to do is just have a network transmitter in my basement. Now, technically I've got a network transmitter and receiver on opposite sides of the same room. Probably a little bit excessive, but also, So now if we come back here, you should be connected. And where did... Oh, that's interface import. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, no, we didn't want to do 30. We wanted to do 1 at a time. There you go. So now that should be cool. Nice. And what'll happen is when this guy no longer is giving a redstone signal, he will no longer be active because only work with redstone signal means it stops. Cool? I like that. What do you guys think of that? I think that's a good solution, right? So now, all I really need to do is a little bit of this. And that should be cool, right? I don't know, I'm down. Exchanger? Sure. How about a range of 2? Is good? I think is good. And even if I accidentally magnet it up, like, it won't break anything because it won't sense it. See? Maybe I did break something. What did I break? Why are you all of a sudden broken? Is there more than one sugar entity there? Oh, yeah. Hold on. That's why. That's why. Yeah, yep. Now we're cool. So we'll just make sure that doesn't happen. And if it does become an issue, then I'll just have to come up with a solution. But I don't think it should happen if I'm not in there messing with it. So that looks good to me, right? And then we're tracking how many buckets we have there. We should be happy. I think. Can I make you not make noise? I feel like there's a no noise button. I mean, I could totally just mute that sound. Yeah. Now I should come up with a way to reset this if needed. There we go. If that becomes a thing I need to reset more frequently, that would be fine. So how about yeah. So there's two things we can do also. I think Simply Magnets, if I'm not mistaken, has a demagnetization code. Prevents items up to 3 blocks away from being attracted by magnets. That's kind of cool. And items can be filtered. That's even cooler. Should we try this? I want to try this. So you and you. So if I were to put so I would put this here. Oh, look at that fancy. Look at how fancy that is. I love that, right? So whitelist, 5 by 5 by 5 area. I should now be able to, hey, look, it's not affecting sugar. Sugar is not being magneted right now. Oh, I like that. How cool is that? Love that. Love that. All right, now we can get into things. All right, so thermo-pneumatic processing, right? So we've got yeast covered. The next thing we want to make is ethanol, which is thermo-pneumatic processing. It needs to be between 30 and 60, no hotter, no colder. So we need to keep that guy, you know, there. So we're going to want to figure out how to do that in a efficient-ish way. I'm thinking it's going to have to be some kind of valve thingy with stuff. And we're going to need sugar to go in there as well, which obviously won't be a problem because we now know how to make sugar. Or potatoes, for that matter. Does it matter? Sugar is 50. 100 becomes 50. 100 becomes 50. 100 becomes 25. 100 becomes 20. 100 becomes 50. 100 becomes 10. So sugar is probably the best way to go because we can all the things that, right? Cool. All right. So two things. One, I completely ignored this whole thing last episode, but as you can see, we're sitting at a perfect 4.5 bar. So this luckily did not explode. Luckily, it did not explode. I'm very pleased with that. You're getting up there, 164-ish. I might mute that in this area. How about just like right here? Do I have one of these? Nope. So those will be the first one. Radius, how about 3 blocks? And what we're going to do is I can delete muffled list, delete anchor. Recent. Which one's this? How's that? Is that cool? That's better, right? I like that. But that's only in that area, right? So 3 blocks from right here is where it'll be muted. Cool. All right, now let's connect you up. So I'm going to run this a little bit underground. I wonder if I can connect it underneath, because that would be cool, right? I don't see why I couldn't. So if this is the corner of the wall, right? Let's get a pressure chamber valve. Let's get like a few of these just ready to go. Okay. I forgot that they do that, but that's fine. We don't... Did we lose all our pressure? Wow, that was a lot of pressure that we just lost. I'm surprised we lost so much so fast. Holy cow. I thought that thing was like a big buffer. that we wouldn't lose so much. Oh well. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm actually surprised that drained so fast. Like, I get that we broke the block here, but I didn't think it would be that fast. But anyway, yeah. So now your top temperature is going to be hot, aren't you? And that might be a problem for us. So I might want to, we're going to want to throttle this, right? So we want the safety tube module. No, we want there's a module that we want to put on here, right? A module of some kind. I don't think it's flow detector tube module. No, regulator module. This is what I want. I want this. I want this. So that's going to need a few of these. Right? And then is that cool? Should be cool. Well, I'm really surprised how fast that emptied out, but whatever. So you are now what? Threshold 4.9 bar, receiving redstone of 0. So if I give you a full redstone signal, what do you do? Threshold 0 bar. If I give you that, threshold 0 bar, threshold 0.3 bar, that might be cool. That might be cool. That might be cool. I might like that. Let's see where that stabilizes. Temperature-wise. Now, do I need pressure for this dude? I do not. There's no pressure gauge over here, which means I don't need pressure. Okay. So what we're going to want to do is put... we're probably going to want another sugar provider. But we're going to want to connect to that. Should we do laser I/O? Does laser I/O sound like a fun way to transfer the fluids over there? Oh, wrong inventory to be open right now. You and you and you. I don't think I need card overclockers, but we'll snag them just in case. So how about... Okay, so you're going to sit here. And on this face, we will have an extract of a bucket every second. And then here, you can have a fluid insert. Okay? So you're at 247 right now. You're actually really close to filling up, so I want to see that stop correctly before I steal things from it. So, lucky timing. We get to watch this do its thing. So now it should be stopped. So it should maybe do one more? Nope. Hey, that's cool. Look at that. It stopped right at 250. Boom. Right at 250, right? So now if I were to laser connector this guy to this guy, he should drain, and then we should see the sugar happening again. Nice. Okay. Sweet. Cool. Right? And now we can... get some cables and sugar. And an interface, right? And you're going to be... how about right here? And you're going to have a crafter in you. You're going to keep... oh, how about 4 sugar in stock? Seems reasonable to me. And then you can extract and you can insert. And now you should be getting sugar. Cool. And then you're going to make ethanol. Good deal. And hopefully the 0.3 bars of pressure that we're putting on this guy will keep him at the appropriate temperature for us, which it seems like it's doing. It seems like it's doing, which I'm cool with. Awesome. I like this. This works, right? And now we're getting ethanol. Excellent. Excellent. We're getting 50 millibuckets out of 100 millibuckets. And we can speed this up once we get the speed upgrades, but for now, this is a good start. All right, so ethanol's good. Vegetable oil is going to need pressure, not heat. So we don't need to worry about heat. We do want to do pressure. So then, and what we need to do is just put items in here. So what did I say I was going to do? Pumpkin seeds? I mean, realistically, it can be like almost anything, but I think pumpkin seeds is probably a good approach. So let's get another thermo-pneumatic processing plant, right? Let's go home. While that's crafting, I want a pumpkin. I'm assuming you don't know how to make pumpkins, correct? So you are this, okay? And then pumpkin seeds is this. And then that's, effectively speaking, infinite seeds, right? So now if I said, give me a pumpkin seed, keep that in stock over here. Okay. What we want to do is filter you to be sugar. Okay. So now only sugar goes in there. Now if I want another thermo-pneumatic doohickey, this time with pressure, pressure, pipes. I think you can do that. Nope. Stop doing that. You were supposed to go there, bro. Does that give you pressure? It does. Cool. Now, he may not get enough pressure, though, right? Yeah, he may not get enough pressure, actually. Because we want him to do vegetable oil, we need how much pressure? 2 bars of pressure. So we don't want him connecting to this line. We want him connected to his own line, which we don't want to allow to be here. There's a thing we can put from Pneumaticraft to prevent things from connecting, isn't there? There's like a thing I can put there to block the connections. Isn't there? I know there is. I'm just not remembering what it is. That might work. There's something we can use to prevent pipes from connecting. I want to say it's not the wrench. I don't think it's the wrench. Give me a sec to remember how this works. You know what? It does say just right-click to prevent the connection. So what if I did this, and then I right-clicked you? Oh, hey, well, that was easy. Sweet. I like that. That is far easier. Is that cool now? So now you should be equalized with this guy. So whatever he's at, you're going to be at, right? So once this hits 2 bars of pressure, we should be good to make seed oil. Yeah, so that works for me. All right, so here on the opposite side, which is north, we'll get an insert with a filter for pumpkin seeds. Cool. So now if I, whoop, wrong wrench. Yes, is good. Pumpkin seeds. Nice. And that should be it. And once we hit our, see, it even changes the thingy here. So now all I really need to do is, well, you know, like we can cover all this up again, which is cool. But all we really need to do now is wait for that pressure to rebuild, which, again, I'm super surprised at how fast that drained, but that's on me. That's on me. I could probably... How dangerous is this many? Is that too dangerous? No, it seems fine. Something's gonna blow up. You know it, right? You know it. We'll get some advanced doohickeys at some point soon. All right, cool. So now we're also going to use Laser IO to pull out the ethanol and the seed oil once that's ready. So to do that, we need to make biodiesel in a fluid mixer. Fluid mixer. And that also needs pressure, right? So fluid mixer, needs turbine rotors, which needs turbine blades, which is a pressure chamber recipe. So let's automate pressure chamber recipes. Cool. Now, do I want to insert things here? Remind me. Trying to remember. I think I want to insert things into this. So what I'll probably want is an iron chest sitting here. This will be your insert. And then we'll have an interface here. Okay. And then we'll have a crafter connected up to you. And then I'm just going to run a cable all the way over here until I don't see brick anymore. Oh, hello. Or until I fall. You know, one of those two. Perfect. Okay, and over here somewhere, there it is. Look at all this junk. Perfect. Okay, so now you should be online and you should be online. And then we can laser IO opposite side, which is south. Extract. If I really wanted to be fast, which I probably do, every tick, right? And then on the down will be an insert. You know, realistically, I feel like laser IO is kind of a waste here. What if we just did some logistical transporters? I think that would be fine. Yeah, that's probably fine. For me. Okay, so now let's go home and do some auto crafts for this guy. So you need to know how to make one of these, which is simple. But now you need to know how to make one of these, which is slightly less simple. Okay, so you're going to chill here. Okay, now let's talk pressure chamber. I would like you to know how to make the following items. You. I don't know if I need to teach you that one, but definitely you, definitely you, definitely you. And then these, I don't need to teach it that one just yet. I already taught it that one. Sweet. Creative compressed iron block? Oh, neat. That's cool. That's kind of cool. Maintain any temperature you want? That's nifty. Okay. So I want to do that. I want to do this one. Now, obviously, we don't have plastics yet, but we'll get there. This one. This one. And that one. So a lot of this is going to need plastics, which is the reason we're making biofuel, remember. Actually, no, you don't go in there. You go back. Might be able to see it through here. There's probably a pixel I can click. Yep, that works. So then if I said, hey, give me this stuff, he's going to do that. That's pretty cool. Okay. And then I don't need these on my to-do anymore. Right? And then he'll spit out that item. And then we should be good to go. Nice. Fluid mixer ready. Okay. So fluid mixer needed pressure, which it gets because it's adjacent to another pressure machine. See how cool that is? So technically this guy's also getting pressure, but that's okay because it doesn't hurt that he has pressure. It just doesn't matter at all. Now you need to get those two fluids. Okay, so you're going to get on orange. What color is this fluid? You want to call that a light gray? Sure. Channel 8, extract a bucket at a time. And you are kind of an orangey. It's like a yellow, very yellow green. Very yellow green. But we'll just call it yellow, channel 4, extract a bucket at a time. Okay. And then you're going to get an insert on yellow and an insert on light gray. And if we bind you to here now, you should be getting those two fluids. And because you have enough pressure, you're going to make my glycerol and nice biodiesel. Sweet. Now, how about we put the glycerol into the AE system for now? That works, right? So how about we extract on orange and over here we can insert on orange. So now you'll get the glycerol. See? How cool is that? And now you're getting biodiesel, which is pretty slick. Not too bad. So 25 and 25 makes 50 every operation. So slowly but surely, but definitely getting biodiesel. Now, vegetable oil, what is your beef stranger and why are you not working? Why do you have yeast culture in you? You should not have yeast culture in you. You should not have yeast culture in you. Is that because I temporarily had an insert here? It probably is. Did that gum that up? All right, I probably have to just void this yeast culture. Remember, yeast culture we have like an infinite amount of, so let's not, lose sweat over the fact that I just voided a few buckets of it. We literally have an infinite amount of it. It's fine. So this works, right? Now the only other thing I want to see, vegetable oil. I guess pumpkin seeds is any seeds will be 50 millibuckets. Any crops will be 20 millibuckets. So I think seeds is 100% the right approach. So this works, right? And remember, we had more time to make ethanol. So the reason we have more ethanol than we do vegetable oil is just because we started making this first. It's very possible that it'll not be fast enough, but we'll find out soon. So biodiesel, it's a little slow, but that's okay. So what I want to do now, ethanol, vegetable oil, and biodiesel are good. Let's get lubricant so that we can make speed upgrades from pneumatic craft, right? So that needs a bucket of lubricant. And we get 2 speed upgrades if we use glycerol, which we're now making. And the only way to get glycerol is making biodiesel. So I think it worth to do annoyingly, the only other option for doing all this stuff is oil, which really spawns in small amounts in the world. So I think you should do the renewable resource approach if you're going to be serious about pneumatic craft and the fluids. Cool. So let's get lubricant going. What I want to do is... So it's really just going to be a bucket of biodiesel and a redstone gets lubricant, and a bucket of biodiesel and a coal gets... Actually, charcoal gets me plastic. Okay. So that biodiesel is going to take, Actually, no, it's not terrible. We're good. We're at 1,000. We're at a bucket's worth. So let's get another thermo-pneumatic doohickey. Do you need heat? You need to be above 100 C, but you don't need pressure. Okay. Anything above 100 C. And I think the hotter it is, the faster it crafts. So for this one, we'll do like we were going to do before. We'll get a thermo-pneumatic processor doohickey. And we'll get a vortex guy. Okay. You'll go there. You'll get pressure strictly by virtue of the fact that you're next to the thing, but that's okay. Then you can go this way. Oh, wrong way. Blue, good, cool. So now if I connect this tube here, you should be running at full steam ahead, right? Which is hot enough to get us what we want to get. Now I'm debating right now how I want to do this. Because I could on-demand craft it, and that might not be a terrible idea. So why don't I do that? So why don't I do that? Is there an upgrade? Auto ejects fluid to a fluid tank in the dispenser upgrades configure direction or any. So how about a dispenser upgrade? Okay. I really need to teach you how to make these things. Auto crafting dispensers is a future dire thing. So I think this one, if I click on the top, eject to up, right? So right click on the top of a block, it's going to eject to up. Right click on the north face of a block, it's going to eject to north. So then if I get a tank here, let's do an ultimate fluid tank, right? Because why not? It'll take a minute to craft, but other than that, sure. So biodiesel can chill here. And you're going to get the upgrade, which means all the biodiesel disappears and lands right smack dab there. Now let's get an external storage. Okay. And then we can craft using the biodiesel. Right? So I stick this guy here. Run the cabling. Okay. So now we've got external storage. Cool. And yeah, that looks good. So now if I go home and we create a recipe for how do I want to do this? I could take the bucket of lubricant that it makes. Yes. Yes. Okay. So if I go back, can I export bus buckets into here? That is a good question. Or can I include the bucket in the craft? Let's do that. So if we've got a crafter, right? Can you please face the right direction? Thank you. So if we got a crafter, right, and we said put in a bucket of biofuel, a redstone, and a bucket, does that work? Does that work? Can I put buckets in here? I may not be able to put buckets in here. Yeah, I may not be able to put buckets in here. No buckets, huh? Let's see. How much is in here? So if we did this... Yep, I did a thing. Less bad for the environment. You know it. So I can't bucket this out through the machine. You can all you want, buddy. Yeah, the only other thing we would do is dispenser it. So what if we did, you ready? Thermal has the auto crafter, right? So if we did another dispenser upgrade, and then we did that crafty block. Where's that crafty block? That buddy thermal can do. You know what I'm talking about? The one that can craft with fluids. Where is it? I got it. Sequential fabricator. That's what I'm looking for. However, we are at the wrapping up point for the episode. So let's wrap up here. We'll come back next time and we'll finish setting up the auto crafting with biodiesel, lubricant, and all that stuff. Cool? For now, Del20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.